The final car for Joanne to look at today is actually the newest of the three from a design point of view. It's the Volkswagen Golf Sv. And in case it's not immediately obvious, SV stands for sports van. Admittedly, it's more van than sports, but it sits between the regular hatchback and estate in the Golf range, the third member of the family. Its role in life is basically to provide everything the Golf is famous for, that's its class, its desirability and its fine drive, and add on a healthy dose of extra practicality. There's no great secret as to how it does that, of course. It's longer and taller than the regular hatchback, and that alone creates much more space inside. But on top of that, the rear bench slides backwards and forwards so you can juggle rear legroom and boot space. That's a really neat touch. Considering the precious cargo that Joanne will be carrying, the maximum 5-star Euro Endcaps safety rating is a real attraction, as is the average of over 70 miles to the gallon.
I look at that car and think it's beautiful. I love the colour of it, the sharp ridges on the bodywork. I like the black roof bars, I prefer them to chrome. Really like the shape of the headlights and the general look of the car. The seat in this car is very comfortable, although it doesn't have electric adjustment, it is manual, it's very easy. I can move the steering wheel towards me, away from me and up and down, so it's really nicely adjustable. When I do get it to the right position, however, I can't see the top of the dials, which is a little frustrating. I love the fact that everything's close to me, so it's a touch screen system here and it's very, very clear and it looks simple to use. I'm sure I would get used to that very quickly. It's got this nice chrome sort of finish here, but it all feels really sturdy. In fact, it feels very sturdy. I like that very much. It's really good quality, it looks nice and it feels nice. The seats are very comfortable. They lean back quite a lot, so I think they adjust a little bit. There aren't 3 whole seats. That's quite a big problem for me if I take a friend from one of my children. I think for a long journey this centre part here doesn't look like it would be very comfortable. For a long journey, that's not ideal. It feels very spacious in here at the back, even when you pull the seats right forward, which is a brilliant feature. It would make the boot bigger and there is still plenty of space. For everyday use, it'd be quite nice to have these drink holders here if I did only have my own 2 children in the car. Another really good feature is this seat in the middle, folds all the way down so that you can put a long item all the way through from the boot. There's plenty of space for it to go. It's very noticeable. This boot is taken up mostly by my tent. It doesn't feel big enough for all of my camping gear on top of this. The lip also makes it really difficult to pull my tent out. Although the floor of the car does come up to a different level, up to here, I would never use that because it's already not deep enough for me if I went camping anyway. Love the car, but the boot space is definitely a little bit too small. When I change down into the gears, it is quite responsive once it's moving along. It feels quite light. It doesn't feel very bumpy on the road. It feels very smooth on the road. It feels very solid. This car has different modes. The sport mode seems to make the car feel firmer on the road. In eco mode, the car feels almost sluggish. I'm having to push my foot quite far down on the accelerator for it to do anything at all. I don't think I would ever bother using that mode for anything, really. This car feels really comfortable to drive. I could drive it very easily on a long journey. It feels great. I like the height at which the pedals are for my feet. They're a nice distance apart as well, which is very good.